right, a big thank you to Jeff for taking us through 1.5 hours of our newspaper review this morning. It's time to jump into Interactive, where we talk about what you're talking about on social media. My name is Shiko Kaitani. And of course, Paul Mungalambuvi, Jeff Mote still in the building. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hey, why can't you be like this every day?
See, we are just trying to be good students. Ukisema like, good morning. Then we say, good morning, Miss Shiko.
Good morning.
Let me ask, I don't know, Shiko, have you heard Jeff snapping his fingers?
Yes.
So, Jeff, why are you snapping your fingers?
I'm just getting into the groove of things now.
Okay.
Like, change. Let's do this.
Everybody has a habit.
I was giving her rhythm as she does her thing.
Did you hear the conversation Jeff was having during the last half?
Today the energy was so different in studio. Clearly, your panel was on fire, Jeff.
Now, one of the guests said about now DJ Chris Darling, you know, kneeling. I think probably he should have bent over, and I'm thinking probably he meant bow.
Really? A movie.
Because all I had was proposal, bending over. I was like,
not gonna work.
I think he meant bend over like on one knee. You know.
No.
You know what? We can't save it. We can't save it.
Exactly.
Let's just move on.
Either way, Baba would not be impressed. That, as in, zero chills.
Then you guys think that mi wonge mbaya kwa hii set. Kuna wase wazi.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, guys, let's check out our first story of the day. And if you are a vlogger or have hopes of making it big on YouTube, watch what you post. YouTube has deleted 100,000 videos, 17,000 channels, and at least 500 million comments over hate speech since new policies came into effect on June the 5th of this year. This is in order to help keep the community healthy and safe for everyone to use. The video sharing platform stated content which violates its policies is removed in order to protect and promote a vibrant community. I couldn't agree more. Mbuvi, let's start off with you on your thoughts about all these accounts being deleted. Can you imagine having shot, filmed, acquired all this content and you post it on, and before you know it, YouTube has actually struck your account?
If it's abusive content, if it's offensive content, then I am 100% in support of it being deleted from the site, because we know the internet never forgets. So if I get onto social media right now and start hating on, for example, what is happening in South Africa, you know, xenophobia, and I put videos there saying, you know, oh, let's attack South Africans, then that video should actually be deleted, because I am putting lives at risk, lives are in danger rather, so I'm in 100% support you to level.
Yeah, Jeff, we've actually talked a lot about how regulatory systems need to be put in place in regards to the internet, and I think YouTube probably at the forefront of this.
I'm all for this. You know, at the end of the day, no matter how many thousands of views, how many channels have been brought down, if it's abusive, if it's offensive, get it off. It's that simple. I mean, there's no right you'll go and say, no, but this video showing a certain person hacking someone else should be online because it has 2 million views. No, it needs to be off. It needs to be off. I mean, kudos to them. I think all other social media platforms should also start thinking how they can also, you know, regulate what's put out there. Because at the end of the day, you don't know how people are consuming this. And it just gets that viral nature. And so you can't stop it.
Yeah, very true. Let's see if we've got feedback on this particular story real quick. Okay, we've got at the Tan One who goes on to say this is a good step. Social media should be safe and not place to hurt people. Okay, thank you so much for that. Let's move on to the next one at Reggie_Weber goes on to say it's never too late for change. YouTube is really doing a good job so far. Yes, we agree. At Arameli goes on to say all social media pages should consider this too. Many people are facing cyberbullying. Very true. Okay, so dance hall fans.
Yeah, man.
Man.
You don't know. Tell them say paralo.
I don't know. You don't know.
Lego.
What's his name? Turbulence do?
What
does Konshens do?
What does he do? Galababble, galababble.
Well, if you don't know, this Saturday it's going down. Konshens will be on stage in the 254 this weekend. The star actually went on to break the news to his fans via his social media handles, in which he disclosed he is on his way to Nairobi from New York. He's also set to perform at the Hype Festival, which is scheduled to go down Saturday, September the 7th at Ngong Racecourse.
Yeah,
guys, I've been interacting with a lot of university students, and I'm telling you, the hype around Konshens for the past, I think, 3-4 months.
Right.
Hey, it's been epic.
He started off by asking, talented Kenyans who are not necessarily established artists, to, do like an audition video. Then he will choose someone to do his BGVs when he arrives. And we actually did it here on Interactive.
Yes.
Ameshapata ma artist wawili, and I think this is a big opportunity. And it's shocking. Yeah. He doesn't have a media sponsor. Like, he's not working with any media company in the country. So, I mean, the organizers must be having some really confident, situation going on, which is fine. But you know what? Watu wa dancehall tunakuanga wengi sana. So I'm sure a lot of people are gonna make their way to the race course to watch this, dancehall king do his thing on the stage.
Let me tell you, this story is from Mbuvi, because if you've ever, if Mbuvi has ever driven you anywhere in that car, you're held hostage to dancehall until you get off, my friend. As in, even if you didn't want.
Even his mother 4 in the morning.
Anyone, as in, you just listen to Gala Bubble. I'm like, yesterday, it's 4 in the morning. What are we doing?
Yeah, yesterday I lifted my mom home, and she was like, tulifika halfway through the journey, Mombasa Road, Samia Park. She's like, Paul, hii gari yako hainanga mziki ingine? Hainanga. Mama Mbuvi hainanga. Let me just tell you something. You can't tell me nothing about dancehall music. I don't listen to nothing else apart from the American Konshens and Vibes Cartel.
For Konshens, he's ticked all the right boxes. He's gotten guys who are going to come and perform. And that was, of course, on social media, so there's a buzz right there. Yeah. He's done a collabo with Ethic. So, I mean,
oh my gosh, this is going to be crazy.
All of these things. So, by the time Sato comes through, it's going to be a crazy performance. Performance.
Now, let me tell you, Ngong Road, currently under construction. The concert is going to be on Ngong Racecourse. Right. I think this is a good time to tell Kenyans, stay away from Ngong Road, Sato.
But because all the dancehall idiots are going there.
That's when everyone will be on Ngong Road.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Because of Konshens.
On Sato, traffic will start from Uko Kenyatta National Hospital.
Yeah.
What one end wapi?
Apart from Akothe, she will fly there.
Oh yeah.
You could be like Akothe, just take a chopper. Why not?
Why not?
Alafu ushuke na parachute.
Okay. So let us know how you're feeling about Konshens coming to the 254. Are you feeling some type of way? Are you like Mbuvi, all set to go blasting that music 3 in the morning, even when it's not necessary? But
you have to keep the energy up, yeah?
Yeah, no, let us know if you're even going and what your expectations are about this particular concert happening on Saturday. Let's take a look at your feedback concerning Konshens. Annie Field Hero goes on to say, welcome to Kenya. We have been waiting for this day. Let's make a movie country people. Movie. All right. Say this one with a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, man. The last time you came to Kenya, I broke up with my girlfriend. This time round, I'm lucky. Have no one to break up with. Karibu TM. It's true because mademu alimtolea maneno akamtupia.
Oh my goodness.
I have no one to break up with. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a Rabilo? There's so many questions.
Go to his concert. Unaweza pata ex wako hapo mhook up tena.
Did you break up knowing that he's coming? As in, I don't know. No. You know what? Jibambe Rabilo. Jibambe.
All right, guys. Speaking about mega influencers, well, this is also some good news for the 254. 3 days, Bishop T.D. Jakes will be a key speaker at the inaugural SOAR Africa Leadership Summit. The summit will encourage senior and emerging leaders across industries in Africa to work together on ideas to promote close collaboration on addressing local and global challenges. He is not new to Kenyan audiences. He's actually been here before, part of the Global Leadership Summit, which was actually held in Kenya a couple of years ago. Now, I actually had the opportunity of seeing this guy in person yesterday at Kempinski. I mean, his presser was so short. I have never been to a press conference that short. It's like you're in, you're out.
You blink, you miss it.
I know. But the thing about TD Jakes, he's such a mega star. And I don't know, a lot of people don't see what the big deal is because they're like, it's just another pastor who's, in Kenya. This guy
who wears suits like mine, but yeah.
This guy is so big. He was actually on the cover of Forbes magazine as the most influential pastor in the world.
You can imagine that.
This guy is only here for 3 days. And so, the kind of information he's coming to give, not just from a pastoral point of view, but as a CEO of TD Jakes Enterprises. So, for those who actually know what kind of content this guy is bringing, I think the 25K perhaps was worth it. But again, they've cut out such a huge group movie, the youth.
Well, not necessarily. A few young guys can afford that 25 Gs because remember, the tickets were going for 25 Gs, there was 50 Gs, and then there was a VVVIP treatment for 75,000. And let me tell you something. If you're a person, because this is for entrepreneurs, whether you're 18 years, whether you're 88 years old, and you think this is for you, trust me, your 25K, your 75K, utaitafuta.
It's worth it.
Yes, utaita. Even if you have to, borrow money from those mobile apps, you will. Because at the end of the day,
this is a good idea to be borrowing for.
So I'm all for it. And you know who this is. This is TD Jakes, maze. It's not just any person. Usi ati Kanyari or Ngash. Huu ni msana kuja kusema vitu manze za nguvu. So kama uko na hiyo do manze na ulipata tiko, actually the VVIP tickets totally sold out.
The thing is, what most people are not getting is that TD Jakes isn't coming in his capacity as a pastor. There won't be any Bible verse that will be read there. There's no sermon that's been given. He's coming as a business leader. And that's why even as this seminar was being put in place, it's for CEOs. And that's why they're saying the conversation that will be had there. And that's why also, if you talk to some of the organizers, the pricing, why it's like at 25,000, the conversations there are at a certain level. If you're starting your business today and your biggest problem is registering your business, probably what they're discussing there might not speak to you right now. Just do your time, get your money together and come in. So the pricing was very deliberate. As it is for a certain person who's at a certain stage in their business or business career. So I told you 25 without going to sell somebody's phone backstreet.
Or sell a kidney.
Please
don't sell a kidney to go watch TD Jakes. Not necessary. Let's take a look at your feedback concerning TD Jakes in Kenya. Miriam Kamor goes on to say, I always look forward to TD Jakes. He gives the best quotes. Okay. Life lessons as well from TD Jakes, always amazing. Kirui, Tim goes on to say, we are ready for the 6th of this month. Bless us, TD Jakes. School us, share the wisdom. Okay, Sally C says, TD Jakes is an amazing speaker. I'm always looking forward to attending his talks. Again, he's not here on a bishop capacity. He's here as an entrepreneur and on a leadership summit. So it's going to be business, by the way. It's all business in this particular talk. But nevertheless, always amazing to have TD.
But before you move to the next story, do you think he will not say, praise God?
Yeah.
No? Zero? No? You won't say
give him a crazy praise.
Then now he talks about money.
That's always his line.
I'll take it. I mean, you guys have matching suits. I'll go with what you say, Mbuga. Today you're the one who's starting.
I think he will start with a prayer and then I'll move into business and close the prayer. I'm just saying.
Fine. Say no more.
Okay. All right, let's see how that goes. Of course, all the best to those attending the Seoul Africa Leadership Summit. Let's get into matters of the heart, where a man has actually hid a ring from his girlfriend for 30 days. And trust me, she didn't know about this. Well, interesting story here of one Eddie Okoro who placed the ring in his girlfriend's hand while she was sleeping. It even went on to appear in selfies, not just in the bedroom, but behind her head while she was queuing at a till in a shop. He went as far as even placing it on a plate with her other jewelry, and she still had no clue. Well, fast forwarding to the happy ending, he finally proposed at their home on the sofa one night as she just walked into the house. And so I'm just wondering, is it that this babe was lengaing? How are you not seeing the signs? Gentlemen, how did you guys even go about your proposals?
But I mean, he chose specific moments when he would take these selfies.
When she's
For
not
instance,
looking.
when she's asleep, unakuja unaiekelea kwa mkono, unapiga picha,
Yeah.
unaitoa. So when she's, you know, conscious, haoni hizi vitu. Saa zile ana mind her own business, anaangalia the sky, unakuja nyuma yake, unachukua selfie chini ya maji humshow. And you know what? Recently, I bought Mama Davina a very expensive phone. I must say this, but
okay.
And she
for the 5th time, but no one's counting.
Yeah,
just go ahead.
Well, I hadn't said it on air, but the point is,
you actually did 4 times, but it's okay.
I did.
It's okay.
All right, I'm saying it a 5th time. So anyway, I bought her this expensive phone, put it in her groceries when she was going home. Hakujua. At one point, I covered it in Davina's not duvet, mademo anatumianga kufunika watoi. Na akabeba Davina nayo. She did not know. I put it in at one point I put it in the fridge unopened, and I asked her to go get me some yogurt. Akafungua fridge, akaniletea yogurt, hakuona hii box mpya ya simu, and I was like,
no, but I have to come in and defend Mama Davina here, because at that particular point in time, the only thing that registers in their mind is the baby.
Yes.
If the baby is fine, you can forget anything else. However, if it was a proposal ring, na hapo ndio mimi niko na shida na hii story. Because chicks usually sniff this thing out. As in she's asleep, you walk into the room tiptoeing, the ring is in your pocket.
She wakes up.
What's that you're carrying?
Yeah.
What's that?
Let me tell you, like 7 out of 10 times movie,
I don't know.
7 out of 10 times, a babe will probably know that the guy is about to propose. Because we are that, you know.
Do you know how I proposed to my ex-wife?
Okay.
That's quite a story.
This is how I proposed
Let's
to my
pull the
ex-wife.
seats closer. How did you do this movie?
So I made,
Okay,
you guys
it's
know I
funny,
love
but
to
it's
cook.
not funny. Okay.
But it's true, she's my ex-wife. It's all over the media.
All
I
right,
can't hide it.
tell us about your ex-wife.
But this is how I did it. I bought the ring, made her dinner, like I always do, because me, I like cooking anyway. So I made this amazing meal, nikamwekea chakula, tukadishi, na yo ring, nilienda nikiweka katikati ya kachumbari. Udem alichota kachumbari, akiweka kwa chakula, venye hakupata yo ring, sijaielewa.
Were you not worried angeimeza? As in, you'd have had
was
that not your
This is like a health hazard.
When she was serving, I was there
Perhaps
looking
not a
at the food like, babe, chota inside. Anachota analenga inside. I'm like, babe, chota inside. And eventually, you know, I had to, like, after that, we malized cooling. I had to go into the kachumbari and look for the ring. Ndio nikaitwa nikamuuliza, babe, what is this? And she was like, it looks like, oh my God! So
moral of the story, if Alfajiri kitchen happens and there's a female guest, it could be a marriage proposal in that kachumbari. Watch out. Kesho, watch out.
And by then tomorrow we have a female guest, so you never know.
Well, let me tell you something. I have, of course, aunties or family friends who will be like, hey, you ladies, you're really spoiled, these days. Yani us, our real African men, there was nothing like that. Nothing. Putting rings in kachumbari, putting rings in the fridge. What, no, nothing like that. Is wewe, kuja, tukae, tulale, end of story. All right, Sansa, what do you have to say about that? Let us know, of course, on our social media platforms. But that being said, let's move on to our next story. And this one actually quite unfortunate, what we are currently witnessing in South Africa. The xenophobic attacks have actually taken center stage as far as continental news is concerned and beyond. And of course, as a result of the attacks on other nationals that has left people dead and property damaged, some of Nigeria's biggest artists are taking a stand on this, condemning the violence and in some cases boycotting scheduled performances in South Africa. Now, Tiwa Savage happens to be one of them. The mega popular Nigerian artist announced that she will no longer be performing at a concert in Johannesburg that has been scheduled for 21st of September. And she posted on Twitter saying, and I quote, "I refuse to watch the barbaric butchering of my people in South Africa. This is sick. And for this reason, I will not be performing at the upcoming DSTV Delicious Festival in Joburg on the 21st of September. She goes on to say that my prayers are with all the victims and families affected by this, end quote. On another instance, though, the Zambian government cancelled their friendly soccer match against South Africa scheduled this weekend in Zambia. This is so unfortunate. Jeff, I know you covered this during the newspaper review. I mean, what do you think even about artists like Tiwa even going as far as boycotting a concert?
Right, Tiwa's not the only one. I mean, Burna Boy has shared the same sentiments. Mr. Vegas from Jamaica has spoken about the madness that's going on there. From a regional level, the World Economic Forum was supposed to be in South Africa. Some talks about governments not attending that particular forum because of this issue. At the end of the day, if you're to be honest, there is an issue. The people who are, burning houses and, having these acts of xenophobia have a problem. But the people who they're taking out on are not the cause of the problem, and what they're doing is not the solution. At the end of the day, it's like they're shooting themselves in the foot. It's really sad. It's really sad when you see them doing this to their own, people in such a manner. And you can see the ripple effects. Nigeria now taking on cue. Other parts of Africa now saying, if you're going to do that, we'll retaliate in our land as well. So it's a lose-lose across the continent. South Africa just needs to stop this once and for all.
Okay. All right, Movie. A lot of people actually going to say that, by the way, South Africans are just bitter, and these are the effects of apartheid. Whereby you can see a lot of the non-South Africans are currently, of course, owning the land, running businesses, pretty much running the economy. So this is why they are lashing out.
I have relatives in South Africa. Some of them actually, we had to bail out as a family, pay for their flights, Jana, because it's an emergency. Just a few, months ago, I had to bail out my cousin who was in South Africa. He was stranded. He had to come back home. Now we've done again something similar. And this is the thing. They're telling me it's not necessarily the people there are necessarily tired. It's political. Just like we had 07, 08 post-election violence. Pia kuna tu some few leaders here and there that are fueling this and actually even funding it. Like literally buying these guys machetes and so on and so forth. And guys are complaining, even the police spokesman and so on. Like there's so much drama in South Africa right now, and it's absolutely bonkers. And the other thing is, as far as this is concerned, in other countries like Nigeria coming out to speak out, Mina Shangabona Kenya to Zushi, Mina Shangabona Yoweri Museveni Uganda Zushi. And it's not like we do not have East Africans in those countries. I'm just wondering, why are we so silent about it?
Wow. All right, taking a look at your feedback concerning the xenophobic attacks in South Africa very quickly. At Sally Wanjiku goes on to say, Tiwa Savage and Basket Mouth cancel South African shows. Now these two have qualities of leaders. Bless them. At Tiwa Savage goes on to say, this is a serious issue where no one wins. When blood is shed, whether old videos or not, issue needs to be resolved. We Africans, including South Africans, need each other. All right, that's actually from Tiwa Savage's social media post. At La Sebisa Makosi goes on to say, why are all these celebrities shying away from the causes of the attacks? Why can't they call their brothers to order? All right, that being said, we want to continue to encourage you to talk to us this morning through our social media platforms at K24 TV, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That brings us to the end of Interactive. Of course, Movie is coming up next on our social hour. Movie, what's up?
We're talking about blended families. Let's spread the love. Let's share the love. That's happening in the next 2 minutes.
All right.